How you pull up, baby? How you pull up? How you pull up? I pull up. Step in the kitchen. Let's go. Brand new Lamborghini, fuck a cop car. With a pistol on my hip like I'm a cop. Have you ever met a real nigga rock star? This ain't no guitar, bitch, this a Glock. My Glock told me to promise you gon' squeeze me. You better let me go the day you need me. So bitch, you up me on that nigga, get the bus. And if I ain't enough, go get the chop. It's safe to say I earned it, ain't a nigga gave me nothing. I'm ready to hop out on a nigga, get the bus. Know you heard me say you play, you late, don't make me push the butt. Full of pain, dropped enough tears to fill up a fucking bucket. Going for buggers, I bought a chopper. I got a big drum to hold 100. Going for nothing, I'm ready to air it out on all these niggas. I can see I'm running. Just talk to my mom, she hit me on FaceTime just to check up on me and my brother. I'm really the baby, she know that the youngest son was always guaranteed to get the money. Okay, let's go. She know that the baby boy was always guaranteed to get the loot. She know what I do, she know if I run from a nigga, I'ma pull it out and shoot. PTSD, I'm always waking up in cold sweats like I got the flu. My daughter a G, she saw me kill a nigga in front of her before the age of 2. And I'd kill another nigga too. Before I let another nigga do something to you. As long as you know that, don't let nobody tell you different, daddy love you. Let's go. Brand new Lamborghini, fuck a cop car. With a pistol on my hip like I'm a cop. Have you ever met a real nigga rock star? This ain't no guitar, bitch, this a Glock. My Glock told me to promise you gon' squeeze me. You better let me go the day you need me. So bitch, you up me on that nigga, get the bus. And if I ain't enough, go get your chop.
Keep a Glockin' when I ride in the Suburban. Cause the codeine had a young nigga swerving. I got the mop, watch me wash him like detergent. And I'm ballin', that's why it's diamonds on my jersey. Slide on outside and flip the block back, yeah, yeah. My junior popped him and left him lopsided, yeah, yeah. We spin his block, got the rebound in his ramen. For me one time, you can't cross me again. 1200 horsepower, I get lost in the wind. If he talking on it, y'all depend, dolls and take his chin. Maybach SUV for my refugees. 5 blocks in the hood, put money in the streets. I was solo when the ops called me at the gas station. Had it on me 30,000, thought it was my last day. But they ain't even want no smoke. If I had to choose it, murder would she roll?
Let's go. Brand new Lamborghini, fuck a cop car. With a pistol on my hip like I'm a cop. Have you ever met a real nigga rock star? This ain't no guitar, bitch, this a Glock. My Glock told me to promise you gon' squeeze me. You better let me go the day you need me. So bitch, you up me on that nigga, get the bus. And if I ain't enough, go get the chop.
If I woke up without you, I don't know what I would do. Thought I could be single forever till I met you. Usually don't be falling.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As we are about to Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As we are about to begin, please remind your friends who are yet to attend to join our sharing night shortly. However, everyone is welcome to hook in anytime. For the best experience, it is advisable to use a personal computer or laptop rather than mobile device.
Be falling fast. You got a way of keeping me coming back to back. I just found out the only reason that you loving me was to get back at your ex-lover, but before you leave, usually I would never even care. Baby, I know you're creeping, I feel it in the air. Every night and every day, I try to make you stay, but you're savage love. Did somebody break your heart? Looking like an angel, but you're savage love. When you kiss me, I know you don't get 2 fucks, but I still want that. You're savage love. You're savage love. You're savage love. You could use me, cause I still want that. Baby, I hope that this ain't karma, cause I get around. You wanna run it up, I wanna Spend up all my cash every night and every day. I try to make you stay, but you're savage love. Did somebody break your heart? Looking like an angel, but you're savage love. When you kiss me, I know you don't get two fucks, but I still want that. You're savage love. You're savage love, love, love. You're savage love, love, love. You could use me, 'cause I still want that. You're savage love. You're savage love, love, love. You're savage love, love, love. You could use me, baby. Savage love. Did somebody break your heart? Looking like an angel, but you're savage love. When you kiss me, I know you don't get too far, but I still want that. You're savage love. You're savage love, love, love. You're savage love, love, love. Girl, you could use me, 'cause I still want that. You're savage love.
But don't knock me down, it's gonna make me stronger. I got a whole lot of fire burning in these veins, and the only way I'ma feed that hunger is to use my struggle like it's gasoline. Gave everything I have, oh, now I'm taking it back. Now we're on top. Look what we got. Hitting it harder, taking it farther, never gonna stop. Now we're on top. Look what we got. Hitting it harder, taking it farther, never gonna stop.
Assalamualaikum and a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Amal and it is my pleasure to be the moderator for tonight. On behalf of Terrapin Heroes, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. We appreciate you taking time off your busy schedules to join us. We hope you will gain more knowledge about the care of turtle and rescue from our special guests. Soft reminder for UPM students, a merit link will be given at the end of this event. There will be a QR code for the e-certificate of participation for all participants as well. The e-certificate will be available in your mailbox in a short future. First and foremost, I would like to invite Dini Dayana to introduce to all of you about Terrapin Heroes. The stage is yours, Dini.
Hi, can you guys hear me? Wait, can you guys see my screen? I'm presenting. Nampak tak screen?
Yes.
Okay. So, hi everyone, and thank you so much for being here tonight. So, before we start, as per usual, I will introduce you guys to Terrapin Heroes and what we're doing and who are we helping. Okay, so first of all, who are we? We are just a bunch of university students wanting to make a difference in this world by being the difference. As you can see, the world is dying before our eyes, right? And there's nothing that I think I can do to help them. I mean, like, the wildlife is in chaos. Everything is in chaos, like this pandemic and whatnot, right? So that's why we wanted to join this fundraising challenge to make a difference. Even though it's like a small step, at least it is a stepping stone for us to make a greener earth. So who are we helping? So we joined this fundraising challenge that is conducted by First Step for Wildlife that is helping Turtle Conservation Society Malaysia. So Conservation Society Malaysia is an non-government organization that is helping the water terrapins in Kemaman, Terengganu, since river terrapins is listed as third most endangered turtle in the world, and it can only be found in 3 countries, and Malaysia is one of it. So as Malaysians, we need to be responsible for them and help them to from getting endangered, since the reason of why it is being endangered is by humans activities itself. So if we are the reason for it, we are also the solution for it. So not just for water terrapins, TCS also helps the local villages, especially women, because they support women empowerment, for them to obtain side incomes even during the pandemic, since they are one of the group of people that is really affected during the pandemic. So all these villages can work under TCS, since TCS provide them work, so they are able to obtain side incomes. You can go to TCS Instagram account. It is TCS Malaysia to get more info about it. So all of your money donated will be directly given to TCS, and this is one of the activities that they are doing for the terrapins. They injected microchips at the leg of the terrapins, so they are able to collect data whether the population is increasing or decreasing and stuff like that. They also help clean and aid the terrapins that are in need of help. Okay, so how can you guys help? Is by scanning this QR code, and there will be links for you to donate to our Sedunia, and also direct bank transfer, because Sedunia have this tax, and also the limit amount is 10 ringgit. So if you don't want that, you can direct transfer to our bank account. There will be link if you scan the QR code right now. So please do help us, guys. And also, yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for being here. And for more information and upcoming events, you can head over to our Terrapin Heroes Instagram, because there are more exciting events that is coming. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for your support and donation. Yeah, back to you, Amal.
Thank you, Dini, for the great explanation. Next, I would like to invite Keputra's Vice President, Sarah Wajiha binti Azman, to introduce Keputra Club. For your information, Keputra has been helping us with our publicity throughout our fundraising journey. Welcome, Sarah, and the floor is yours.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera and salam we love UPM to UPM students. So basically tonight I'm going to speak BM, Bahasa Melayu. So I hope it's fine with all of you. Okay, jadi kita santai-santai je saya nak cakap Bahasa Melayu malam ni. Jadi pertama sekali terima kasih saya ucapkan kepada Terrapin Heroes kerana orang kata bekerjasama lah dengan TCS Malaysia untuk mengadakan fundraising ini. Merupakan satu perkara yang amat mulia lah pada saya, sebab saya merupakan seorang turtle lover juga. Kalau anda kenal saya memang suka sangat dengan turtle. Okay. Jadi malam ni saya nak buat sedikit sharing lah sebelum saya mempromosikan kelab saya, iaitu Kelab Kepimpinan Keputra ya, pada nama pendek dia. So sedikit sharing yang saya nak bagi malam ni ialah berkenaan dengan peluang. Okay, kita sebagai manusia ni, peluang tu takkan datang banyak kali. Jadi setiap kali kita ada peluang, ada chance untuk buat sesuatu, we need to grab the chance. So contohnya saya nak cakap sikit lah pasal kepimpinan sebab saya pun mewakili Keputra dekat sini. So saya sebenarnya baru pelajar tahun 2 dekat UPM sendiri. Tapi saya dah join macam-macam aktiviti, saya dah cuba memegang banyak jawatan di Universiti Putra Malaysia, dan ini semua takkan berlaku sekiranya saya tak ambil segala-gala peluang yang pernah ada. Contohnya saya sebenarnya mula-mula tak nak aktif pun dekat UPM ni, tapi bila diorang kata nak stay college kena kumpul merit. So saya pun okay lah join aktiviti. So bila kita join banyak aktiviti, kita banyak experience kita dapat, kita connect dengan ramai orang. Kat situ kita gain experience, lepas tu bila experience kita banyak, kita dapat try lagi banyak jawatan, lagi banyak benda. So saya nak ajak lah semua orang untuk grab segala-gala peluang yang korang ada. Katakanlah ada sekretariat buka peluang, okay, siapa nak jadi AJK ni, AJK tu, grab your chance sebab benda tu tak akan datang banyak kali. Okay, dan seterusnya saya dekat sini sebenarnya nak bagi tahulah, saya nak bagi peluang kepada anda semua untuk join kelab saya, iaitu Kelab Kepimpinan Keputra. Okay, Kelab Kepimpinan Putra ni dah lama dah ada dekat UPM sebenarnya, cuma dia macam tertidur sebentar sebab ada masalah teknikal dan sebagainya. Dan pada sesi tahun ini kami diberikan amanah untuk membangunkan semula Kelab Kepimpinan Putra ini. So saya nak kongsi sikit, kalau zaman saya dulu kita ada Putra Suk, which is dekat Bukit Expo ada macam-macam, ada banyak kemah lah, semua jenis kelab persatuan ada dekat situ. So masa saya pergi Putra Suk dulu, segala-gala persatuan saya join. And bila balik tu, WhatsApp saya penuh dengan grup. Oh, grup ni. Saya nak join aktiviti mereka atau tidak, belum tentu lagi. Tapi at least semua jenis program punya, orang kata, makluman, notification saya dapat. So kat situ, at least daripada you tak ada nak buat apa, you tahu, oh malam ni Terrapin ada buat talk. So you dapat experience kat situ. Okay. So saya nak ajak anda semua grab segala-gala chance yang anda ada, jangan buang masa. Macam tu. Okay, so saya nak share screen lah kat sini. Right. Okay, jap. Nampak tak screen sini? Okay. Right, so basically ini adalah Keputra, Kelab Kepimpinan Putra. Jadi saya merupakan timbalan Presiden Keputra bagi sesi tahun inilah. Keputra ni sebuah kelab kepimpinan basically di bawah bahagian Hal Ehwal Pelajar Universiti Putra Malaysia. Okay, objektif kelab more kepada kepimpinan, tapi kepimpinan ni banyak aspek lah, bukan sahaja kepimpinan macam MPK, MPP dan sebagainya, lebih kepada macam-macam aspek. Sukarelawan pun memerlukan pemimpin dia sendiri, usahawanan pun memerlukan pemimpin dan sebagainya lah. Program kita ada banyak sangat program dan akan mengadakan banyak sangat program. Saya janjikan program-program yang amat orang kata best lah, okay, kalau korang join. Saya membuka peluang ni untuk semua orang join kelab saya, Kelab Kepimpinan Putra. Ni antara gambar-gambar aktiviti yang lama. Right. Nampak menarik kan? So, grab this chance lah untuk join ke Putra. So, ini adalah media sosial Facebook kita. Okay, ini Instagram. Okay, yang terakhir sekali yang paling penting ialah ini kita punya QR code untuk join jadi ahli ke Putra. Sebab kita betul-betul baru nak serap ahli lah, baru nak dapatkan ahli untuk sesi tahun ni. So, korang jangan lupa untuk scan QR code ini, join jadi ahli ke Putra sebab saya sure ini adalah satu peluang yang korang perlu grab. Korang akan dapat banyak experience daripada kelab ni, insyaAllah. So, saya rasa itu sahaja daripada saya. Terima kasih kepada Terrapin Heroes for this peluang, for this chance to talk in front of everyone. So, yang semua orang yang tengok malam ni, jangan lupa untuk donate to the Terrapin Heroes. Kita save the details lah. Okay. So, itu sahaja. Thank you. Back to Amal. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sarah. UPN students can join the club by filling up the Google form given in the chat box. If there are any inquiries, feel free to hook on to their social media account as stated below. With honor, we will have Dr. Chong Siu Sian, or more familiar, Dr. Sandy, with us tonight to share about the care of turtle and rescue. For your information, Dr. Sandy is the Deputy Dean of the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, University Malaysia, Kelantan, and she is very experienced in exotic and wildlife animals. Great appreciation to Dr. Sandy for willing to share your knowledge with us tonight, despite your tight schedule.
Right. Okay, good evening, everyone. Okay, thank you, Amma, for the introduction. So I guess I will start sharing. Okay, I'm waiting for the slide to come up. Okay. Right, it's up now. So, okay, I'll start. Thank you for inviting me. So, this will be a rather general sharing session because there are a lot of veterinary procedures because this is an open station, so we'll not be able to share with the public due to, if I do so, it will breach of code of conduct for the from the MVC. Okay. So that starts. So instead of just turtle, I would cover a more general aspect. so Kilonian instead. Okay, so these are some the topics that we're going to go through. Introduction, the laws and regulations regarding this species, the government agencies that are responsible, and they do run rescue activities and regulations of these animals, and some commonly seen health issues that we do see in vet practices. Okay, so let's start. So these are Chelonia or Chelonians. Basically, they can be divided to 4 different groups. So these are just example of the 4 different groups. There are the tortoises. Like this is an Asian brown tortoise. So they are mainly on land. Then you have the ones that live both on land, and they do spend a reasonable amount of time in the water, like the river terrapins and the freshwater turtle, like Asian box turtle. Sorry, excuse me. Then the ones that we always hear about, the sea turtle, the marine turtles. For example, this one is a leatherback. Okay, so basically these are the 4 types. So contradict to what you've seen in animation, or what we over here in Malaysia we call it cartoon. You see, like when the tortoises or the turtle get scared, they would in order to run away, they'll leave the carapace and run. So that is actually not the case. You see from here, their skeleton is actually attached to the shell, or what we call the carapace and plastron. So there's no way they can just leave the shell behind and start running. Okay. So this is the actual model of a tortoise skeleton. So you can obviously see the backbones are connected to the shell. Okay. For marine turtles, very clearly you see, instead of legs, they have flippers, because these animals mainly spend their time in water, so they don't really have use for legs. Okay, per se lah. So in terms of food, tortoises are mainly herbivorous. Okay, the terrapins and the freshwater turtles could be omnivorous. What I mean omnivorous is they eat plants and animal tissues as their food. When it comes to marine turtles, it's species dependent. Some are carnivorous when they are adult, but when they were young, they are omnivorous. But there are some that are fully herbivorous, so depending on which species you're talking about. So if you're interested, you can find out more in different websites. Okay. As you talk about pets. The individual itself, even though you say that they should be eating vegetables or fruits or this and that, but individuals, it's just like people. Okay, they may prefer something over another. So sometimes you need to do some trial and error and see which one they prefer. But be careful not to just give what they like only. Okay, so a trick sometimes we do is we cut the food in small pieces, and mix it up. So when the animals eat, they would be able to consume different types of food. Okay, but the caveat for cutting fruits into small pieces would be they are more likely to spoil. Okay, so you have to be very careful. If the animals do not eat it, you have to take it off fast. Okay, and don't forget to supply clean, fresh water all the time. Okay, so at least once a day you should take out the old water, the water that was from the day before. Wash the water bowl. So not just pour away the water, but you need to wash the water container as well. Okay. In terms of habitat, tortoises are mostly terrestrial, so they don't really spend much time in the water. or some don't even really go into the water. Some are like they stay in a higher altitude, so they don't go into the rivers or lake and all that. Terrapins and freshwater turtle, they spend time both on land and water. So if you have a pet that is in this group, so you need to create a habitat that contains these two elements. So you, I think one very common pets that people used to buy is a red-eared sliders. So this, but when the seller that sell them, they might just give you they just recommend some sort of like a plastic box like the aquarium kind of thing. So that is not sufficient. You need some areas of land. Okay, so marine turtle, obviously they will be in the sea, aquatic. Okay, except when they need to lay eggs, they will come up to land. I would presume most pets that we get are animals that the legally sold, and they are from the tropical or warmer climates. So it will be good that you can provide an outdoor enclosure instead of keeping them at home. Because if you keep it inside the house, then you need to provide like things like UV lights. Sometimes if the temperature is too low, if let's say the house is air conditioned, you might need to provide a heat lamp or heat pads. Okay, because remember these are reptiles; they are not warm-blooded animals; they are cold-blooded animals. Terms. So the environmental temperature will affect their physiology and health. Okay, but remember, if you have an outdoor enclosure, be sure that you have sufficient shade because they need the sunlight, but they cannot be baking under the sun throughout the day. So as you know nowadays, the when it's hot or in the midday until the late afternoon, it is quite hot. So animal will be overheated and might get dehydrated. All that. So water source very importantly. So where you put the water also is important. Should not put it right under the sun. Then we get very hot and animals will not go and drink it. Okay. In terms of laws and regulations, so if anyone that's interested to keep Chelonia as pets, you need to be careful. Are these animals, are they protected under this act? Sorry for the misspelling. So in Peninsular Malaysia, we have the Wildlife Conservation Act 2010. In Sabah, Wildlife Conservation Enactment 1997. In Sarawak, the Wildlife Protection Ordinance 1998, where the marine turtles, it comes under fisheries. Okay, so Fishery Acts 1985. So many of these animals are protected and often they are not allowed to be kept as pets. So you need to find out before you purchase any of these pets. Okay. When we talk about protected, there are two. One are totally protected, which means they are not supposed to be kept by any private individuals, okay, unless there is a, let's say, it's a zoo or it's a rescue center that is registered with the government, and then they are working for conservation of this species. Okay, other than that, this animal will be kept by the government agencies for conservation purposes. Okay, because if anyone that breaks the law under this, they would be charged and could be fined or jailed. Okay. So the Wildlife Conservation Act is under the Department of Wildlife and National Parks. Okay, so if let's say you come about an animal, especially terrapins, or freshwater turtles, or tortoises, so you can contact the Department of Wildlife and National Parks. You can go to the directory. So this is their official website. You go under info, you go to directory, and you will find different states who you can contact. And the officers will come over and to pick it up and send it to the rescue center. Okay, so you don't have to worry about what to do with the animals. Okay. DWMP also has 3 Terrapin wildlife conservation centers where they do artificial breeding of animals and hatching. Okay, so there's one in Terengganu, Bukit Palu, Perak in Bukit Kanan, Utakanan, in Kedah is in Bukit Pinang. Okay, so the rest they are working on mammals. Okay, and there's a National Wildlife Rescue Center in Sungai, Perak. Okay, which deals with any wildlife issues that is displaced or injured. They will bring them over to this place. So there are vets there to take care of these animals, right? So these are currently Wildlife Conservation Act 2010. Offender may be fined up to 100,000, 5 years imprisonment. So you need license and permit to keep or to hunt and all that. So depending on species, you have to check which one is what. Okay. So it's important for us to understand the natural habitat for these animals and their environment, so that if they are allowed to be kept by individuals, so what should be what you should give for them. Okay, so the best is not to buy an illegal wildlife or wildlife souvenirs. Even like this one, this is actually made from turtle shells. So obviously turtles are not tradable commodities, turtle shells. Okay, so better still just use the money to support wildlife conservation in the there are so many organizations, like for example like Terrapin Heroes. Okay, so these are the hotline. Do you have any you've seen any illegal sales of animals? I think nowadays even on online there's quite a number. Okay, this again. If you are interested about turtle conservation, you can check out the Department of Fisheries website. Okay, so these are number of the conservation centers, and we have worked with TUMEC in Rantabang at least a couple of times when they have marine turtles that met with some traumatic injuries that we went down. Because our faculty of veterinary medicine, so we have a clinic, and we went down to do some treatment and rescue activities. Okay. So very quickly we have come to the common health issues, okay, that we sometimes see. Metabolic bone disease, or the other name for it, more scientific name for it, nutritional secondary hyperthyroidism. The reason why is the reason vitamin D3 deficiency that will cause calcium phosphorus ratio imbalance in the diet. That's the reason. So, or if animals are kept in glass or plastic enclosure, this is particularly when you keep it in the house. Okay, it's either if they have direct sunlight, because you can imagine the glass would get heat up, so with the plastic, so either heating or it will cut off UV light. So even if transparent, it would cut off UV light. So that is these are not really the most ideal materials as an enclosure. Okay, so what you see, the shell will be soft. The very serious one, when we press on it, you can feel that it is not hard as usual. Okay, and we have to know that this damage most likely could be permanent, because by the time you see any misshapen or any it has grown out of proportion. Even though when they are young, it might not correct to the original what it's supposed to look like, okay, anymore. So there's an example. So this is the first two on the top. These are what we call the red ear sliders. So red ear sliders are actually from the America. They are not local species. but they are commonly sold here. Even when I was young, there's like what 30 plus years ago, you can buy them for just a few ringgit. Okay, so they are very cheap to buy because they breed very easily. So you see, the shell is curved up. Okay, it's supposed to be a nice dome. Okay, where this one it is still a dome, but it's sharpened on the top. It's smooth. Okay. For this one, the scute, you see, some is bigger, some is smaller, it's misshapen. There is a separation between the two rows of we call this scutes. Okay, so during this time while it's growing, there was some nutritional deficiency. Okay, so and not only the shell, we can see it very obviously. The legs, if the is also affected. So these animals sometimes they can't stand, they can't move. If you take an X-ray, you see that the bones are not well formed. Okay. Another common thing we might see is shell fracture. So like in this case, rather severe, because you can kind of see the internal organs. So how this come about, maybe run over by a vehicle. Sometimes we have seen they say bitten by animals like dogs, or other animals, predatory animals. Or sometimes it might even fall. We have had cases that I don't know why the owner was putting the turtle maybe just wanted to interact with it. It fell off the table. You might get fractures. Whereas on the right, this one not as bad, but you do see a crack over here, right? So as a public, if you do see this animal in the wild, because maybe the wild tortoise or terrapin accidentally run over by a vehicle, what you can do, try to stabilize the fracture site so that they don't further lose the pieces, okay, or the fragments. Bring to the nearest veterinary facilities, whether clinic or hospital, or even sometimes a zoo where with vets, they would be able to help. Okay. So this is another case. For this one is rather bad. There are some tissue necrosis, so dead tissues have started to develop, and it lost a big piece of it over here. This is a bit detached. So what I meant to stabilize for the public, what you can do is use the tape. Okay, could be a cellophane tape, or depending how big it is. But I think usually you might not, public do not see the very big one lah. So you can use a tape to hold the pieces together. So another one that we always see is the loss of appetite, NFDs. So animal just kind of not active as before. It is not interested in the food, or either it eats a little bit, or it doesn't eat at all. So food, if you have an outdoor enclosure, then you have to actually see that the animals are eating. Because sometimes if outdoor, obviously there's a lot of things might come in. Other animals may eat it. Okay, because we used to work in the zoos for 6, 7, 8 years. Okay, we have like macaques, leaf monkeys coming in and picking out foods from what we give to animals in the enclosure. Okay, in the zoo. So basically what I want to say is you need to know your animals, okay, to see their normal daily activities. So when there's a loss of appetite activities, there are many possibilities. Helonian, we don't have that much information. Okay, most vets, especially locally, may not have so much training in this case. So, and it's totally different from dogs and cats. So we have to ask a lot of questions from the owner, how they are kept, what they've been given, if there are any changes, whether there are any chemicals or drugs used, or like sometimes people use herbicides. Would the animal have eaten that? Okay, so it could be infection from bacteria, from viruses, helminths, or what we call worms. So they can get worms as well. So the worm eggs could be in the environment. So when they're eating the grass or the leaves, it may ingest. Okay. Toxicity. So this is when if there are any drugs or toxins that is available, they might ingest it. So this may happen. But it's kind of hard to detect unless the owner find the source of toxicity. Okay. Another problem veterinary practices face is because we are not in the environment, so we only see the animal when they come into the clinic or the hospital. Compared to, let's say, a zoo vet, because we are in the environment, we can see, you can go and investigate. So it will take quite a lot of effort to really find out exactly what happened to the animals. The one egg infection, especially if you have females. So if they are kept in the area where they cannot dig, or what other requirement that they have, so the eggs will be kept inside the body. So over time, it may rupture. It will cause, and if it leak out from the reproductive tract, it will infect the animals. Okay, and there are still a lot of other reasons. So when this happen, contradict to some may say, oh, reptiles, they can go off feed for months. Not really. With animals lost appetite for 1-2 days, you can still observe and see. But then again, I would not recommend to really wait and see too much lah, because the time that you see the animals are not eating or not active, they may have the problem beforehand. So it could be a week or even more. So to be sure, it's best that you can bring them to the vet facilities as soon as possible. Okay. Also, you can check. Not all vets are able to handle cloning cases lah. So there are some that we can do have it, some not. So in the EMK, we do have. We won't say that we are terribly experts in this, but we do try to help the owners. We have seen skin diseases, fracture, inhabitants. We just have one sometime this week, but unfortunately it was a bit late lah. So owner came to us and told us that it was not eating for 1-2 months, so it's a bit late. So animal was dehydrated, severely emaciated as well. So then sometimes when it's too late, there's nothing much we can do lah. Okay. So pet ownership, this will be the last point I want to bring about. If you are interested to keep chelonians as pets, so make sure you buy them from reputable sellers, because there are some species that are allowed to be kept as pets. Okay, and reputable sellers would have the permits to import and sell, and usually they would have some information on how to take care of the animals instead of just bring animal in and selling. So chelonians are quite easy to smuggle because they're quiet, they don't make noise. We have seen cases, because I used to work in Department of Wildlife National Parks. They just keep chelonians in suitcases. So if it's a country that do not scan the luggages, so they can easily bring it in. Okay. If people are selling by mail orders, definitely this something that we should not get into lah, because who sends animals in mail packages? I so far I not have our local logistic companies that actually can do sending of animals. Most likely just pack it up and they say it's something else instead of animals. Okay, so imagine the animals inside a box. No one, at least 3-4 days inside a box from one place to another, with the heat, with the lack of ventilation and all that. So it's definitely not the way to go to buy a pet. Okay. So in fact, you should go to the pet shops or the seller's place to see exactly how the animal's condition is and all that. Okay. Another point I want to point out is the care, the maintenance of pets may be quite costly compared to the price that you bought the pet from. Like I just now I said, the rate is like the might cost you just a few ringgit, but to set up the enclosure, to buy the cages, the food is not that expensive. But if when the animals have any health issues, you bring it to the vets, it may cost quite a bit lah. Okay, depending what's the problem. So always when you have pets, regardless of what species they are, you have to bear in mind the cost of maintenance and care. Okay, and the license to keep them. So if they are protected, need to have a license, or else you may be get caught lah. Okay, or a better way perhaps contribute to worthy organizations instead that deal with conservation instead of us owning 1 or 2 kilonian. Okay, so we encourage you to donate to Terrapin Heroes like this one. Okay, so again, this is the hotline. If you see any illegal wildlife trade going on, you can call in or you can email. So with this, we hope that illegal poaching and smuggling of wildlife would our ideal outcome would it for it to stop completely, but that may not happen in the very near future, but at least minimize it. All right. Okay, I think time's zooming up. So thank you for listening. We'll welcome any questions if you have.
Thank you, Dr. Sandy, for the informative talk. Now, if anyone has any questions, I am sure Dr. Sandy would be happy to answer the questions. Please leave your questions in the chat box.
Okay. I don't see any question yet. Someone is worried about exam surgery next time. It's not that difficult. You just need to use some common sense, which is not quite lacking now. So if students, vet students, if you want more details of kilonians, my students, UMK students, definitely going to have a session with me lah in the wildlife diseases. Okay, there's one question. Can we pet them illegally? What do you mean by that? Petting them or owning them as pets? So if you want to own them as pets, you need to check the species. I understand it is not so easy lah, because many of them do look quite similar. Okay. So you just have to check. But as far as I know, in Peninsular Malaysia, sorry, excuse me. So even though they are not listed as a species that's protected, the understanding now is any species that is not listed, it is considered protected. Is whether you can own it or not. Okay. Can they bite? Of course, depending on which species. Like American snapping turtle, they can snap and might bite off your fingers. I don't think you will have it here. Red ear slider, even they bite, I don't think it'll be that much of a issue. So generally, not that many cases that we heard. Human being bitten by turtles or tortoises or terrapins. But I would say that it is possible. So we do teach students how to handle the animals. Okay, not to put your finger right in front of the face. And when you pick it up on the carapace side, if it's smaller. If let's say like a marine turtle is big, you shouldn't pick up marine turtles anyway. So those are quite big. You might need a few people. Like we had quite difficulty to take X-rays because very, very, very big, more than 100 kilo. Grams. Are they really slow? Depending what you meant by slow. I kept star tortoises, not because I wanted it. It was confiscated cases. They're small one, like what, 5 cm. You'll be surprised they are actually quite fast, and they don't make noise. Not like your dogs and cats. They will run, and if they hide underneath your cupboard or sofa beds, you really have to search for them. If they are stuck in between, then they are stuck there, and you can call and call because they don't really make noise. Sometimes what noises you can hear is when they are moving, if there are papers, or you hear some scratching sound, or as that's particularly about it, like they don't really make noise, so maybe they might do some hissing noise. Okay. If in water, I don't think they are slow lah. You can try to have a swimming competition with them, especially like marine turtle. I don't think you can win. So slow from what perspective lah? Okay. For me, I don't think they're quite that slow. How turtle know where they lay eggs? Okay. This one is innate knowledge that they have. Because when the turtle eggs lay, the dam or the mother, they don't take care of it. She will leave, and the eggs would hatch over what, 30-40 days. I can't remember. And the hatchling would be on their own. It's like instinct for them to know when to come back. They'll be swimming halfway across the world, but they come back to where they were born to lay eggs or something like that. I think that's what they is reported. Okay, so I don't have a exact. There's nobody to teach them how or where. It's because once they're laid, they just swim off in the ocean. In fact, it's quite sad lah. About, they say 80-90% of it do not survive. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. How long? Where? Okay, how to determine their sex? Okay, so depending on which species, some tortoises, the plastron, that's the underside, the shell. So the shell, there's a top. The top is called carapace. The bottom is called a plastron. Some species, I won't say all. Some species, the plastron, the male is curved inward. So when mating, it's like you have a nice curve lah. So the female will be flat. So physically, some of them we can tell, okay, but not all species. The other way is if you do an X-ray and there are eggs, obviously know that it's a female. The other way, we have to do laparoscopy. So we make a little hole. Then we put some like laparoscope or a small camera to see. We look for either female would have ovaries, the male would have testicle. Okay, so this is exactly how we know lah. Endangered animal. Endangered is most likely you will not be able to keep them as pets unless you have a rescue center. Then you have to apply to the relevant agencies that you set up a rescue center. Then perhaps you can keep. But as pets, I don't think so. You might need to surrender, okay, to the department. Shed tears. From what I know, they are not crying. They are releasing the salt from the body when they are online, I guess. Okay. So not that they're having pain and all that lah. How deep? Well, I'm not really a turtle expert. Seriously, I don't know exactly how deep. You can Google it. So I would think they can swim quite deep. Worth saving. What do you mean by worth saving? I always believe you may not see a direct impact on in our lives. Like people might ask, why do you need to save tiger? Why do you need to save? Why do you save a forest? Why do you want to keep the mangrove? It does not affect us directly. Like I'm sitting here now in my office. If a tiger out there dies, it does not affect me directly. But over time, there will be some imbalance in ecosystem because the tigers will be eating the deers. Then if there's too many deers, they'll be eating up all the plants. Um, so I believe that if like turtle, they will be eating uh, depending what they're eating lah, or in the sea. So it's keeping the ecosystem balance. So I would say all species, if possible, we try to keep them lah. So it's not a very, I wouldn't say that it's direct equation. You say I say we save 10 turtles, we'll get what? Okay, the impact might be seen in many years to come or even centuries to come. Okay, hope that answers your question. How long can a fool hold their breath? I would think it depends on the species. Marine turtle will be able to hold quite a lot. I would think you'll be able to Google this and find out. Sorry.
Okay. Before we come to the end of this session, let's have some fun with Kahoot games. Get ready with your device and we will begin shortly.
Okay, the other question I will just answer very quickly in the chat.
Oh,
okay.
Thank you, Doctor.
So I guess my work here is done today. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Nampak tak? Oh, ya Allah. Okay. Three minutes more before we log. For those who are not familiar with Kahoot, here is a simple explanation. First, grab your mobile device and search kahoot.it in the search engine. Click into the website and you will see a column where a game code is needed. Just enter the code shown on the screen, which is 6996917. Now, all you need is just provide your nickname and click enter. You will see your name appear on the screen. The questions will be displayed on the screen and you just have to click the corresponding color on your mobile device. Enjoy the game! One minute more. Okay, let's log now. Terrapins live on land and in water, usually ponds, lakes, and rivers. True or false? Hurry up, hurry up. It's true. Ooh. We have FMS. Next. Which one is terrapins? A, B, or C? Hurry up, hurry up. Ooh, it's C. Okay, let's see. Oh, saya. Next. What kind of animals are terrapins? Fish, lizards, reptile, or mammal? Dang. Oh my. How can mammals? Ooh, let's see. Ooh, yeah. Dip, dip. Next question. Terrapins can be found in this country except Peninsula Malaysia, Thailand, Cambodia, or Singapore. Hurry up, hurry up. Yes, Singapore. We have Shara. Okay, next. Terrapins' feet are webbed between their toes and have long, sharp claws. Is it false or is it true? It's true. Okay, who's the first? Shara. These are the functions of claws on terrapins' feet, except to help them swim underwater, for climbing, or for walking on land. Hurry up, guys. To help them swim underwater for except. Okay, next we have, who's the first place? Oh, 203328. God, I wonder what's the number. Okay, next. Where do the terrapins lay their eggs? On land? In the nest? In the water? Or they do not lay eggs? Hurry up, hurry up. On land. Turtle lay eggs, guys. Oh my. Okay, we have 203328. Next. Why terrapins' feet is webbed between their toes? For climbing, for walking on land, or to help them swim underwater? To help them swim underwater. Next. 203328 still the lead. Which NGO is responsible for the conservation of terrapins in Malaysia? Fisheries Development Authority of Malaysia, Ministry of Water, Land and Natural Resource, Terrapin Conservation Society, or Turtle Conservation Society? Turtle Conservation Society. Yeah, I know it's about terrapin, but Turtle Conservation Society, guys. Conservation. Okay, next we have 203328 still lead. Okay, last question. ... is inserted into the terrapin's leg. Is it antibiotic, microchip, blood, or drugs? Dini state is yeah, it's microchip. So I guys wonder. The podium goes to Danish for the third place. And the second place, Niche Dude. And the first place, we have 203328. And the runners up goes to XZ and Yuki. Congratulations! Wait a minute. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here tonight and spending your time for us today. Once again, we would like to express our appreciation to Dr. Sandy for your time tonight. Please stay tuned for the e-certificate QR code followed by the merit QR code for UPM students. Everyone may leave the session after filling up the Google form. Thank you, stay safe, and take care, everyone.
They say the rule savage love.
65, baby.
If I woke up without you, I don't know what I would do. Thought I could be single forever till I met you. Usually don't be falling fast. You got a way of keeping me coming back to back. I just found out the only reason that you loving me was to get back at your ex-lover, but before you leave, usually I would never even care. Baby, I know you're creeping, I feel it in the air. Every night and every day, I try to make you stay, but you're savage love. Did somebody break your heart? Looking like an angel, but you're savage love. When you kiss me, I know you don't get two fucks, but I still want that. You're savage love. You're savage love, love. You're savage love, love. You could use me, 'cause I still want that. Baby, I hope that this ain't karma, 'cause I get around. You wanna run it up, I wanna lock it down. Usually don't be falling fast. You got a way of making me spend up all my cash. Every night and every day, I try to make you stay, but you're savage love. Did somebody break your heart? Looking like an angel, but you're savage love. When you kiss me, I know you don't get two fucks, but I still want that. You're savage love. You're savage love, love, love. You're savage love, love, love. You could use me, 'cause I still want that. You're savage love. You're savage love, love, love. You're savage love, love, love. You could use me, baby. Savage love. Did somebody break your heart? Looking like an angel, but you're savage love. When you kiss me, I know you don't get too close, but I still want that. You're savage love. You're savage love, love, love. You're savage love, love, love. Girl, you could use me, 'cause I still want that. You're savage love.
Yeah, what a piece of dilemma.
Chiribang,
Oh,
chiribang.
demand exceeds supply.
Chiribang bang,
Come on, tell you why.
chiribang bang,
Come on.
chiribang bang, chiribang bang.
Girl from near and far, I request me banana. Me a the girl them banana farmer. The whole of them a request me banana. Daylight come and them no want go home. Me them it 1 time, 2 time, them want more. Daylight come and them no want go home. Me them it 3 times, sometime them want 4. Daylight come and them no want go home. Me have a lap seen a girl, she named Cassandra. She tell me say she come straight from Colombia. So amiga recommend no my banana. Tranquila your mama say hasta mañana. So me do it, so me do it, so me do it, so me do it. And girl a tell me say me banana sweet. Them say the length and size make them wait. You know see.
Girls from near and far a request me banana. Me a the girl them banana farmer. The whole of them a request me banana.
Daylight come and them no want go
home. Hit them it one time, two time, them want more. Daylight come and them no want go home. Hit them it three times, sometime them want four. Daylight come and them no want go home. Y'all from Spain, Sweden, Ghana and Japan, I ring up before now ask direction. Them want come chill for me plantation. Two girl from France, so them want share one of me say way. Me say way, me say way, me say way. Grab me banana and tell me it's way. Them say we, them say we, them say we. C'est la vie.
Girls from near and far a request me banana. Me a the girl them banana farmer. Do all of them a request me banana.
Daylight come and them no want go home.
Give them it one time, two time, them want more.
Daylight come and them no want go home.
Give them it three times, sometime them want four.
Daylight come and them no want go home.
Hey, me say they, 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 yo.
Daylight come and them no want go home. Night and day, a girl a ring off me phone.
Some gal want keep it discreet. Them no want them man find out them a do it. Them a sneak out it to a pan fit. And gal a climb up for me banana tree. I so she do it. I so she do it, so she do it, so she do it. Grab me banana and skin up party. She said the shape and taste unique. Oh, let me tell you why. Oh God.
Girls from near and far a request me banana. Me a the girl them banana farmer. The whole of them a request me banana. Daylight come and them no want go home. Give them it one time, two time, them want more. Daylight come and them no want go home. Give them it three times, sometime them want four. Daylight come and them no want go home.
Me say they, 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 yo.
Daylight come and them no want go home. Night and day, a girl a ring off me phone.
Me say they, 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 yo. Daylight come and them no want go home. Night and day, a girl a ring off me phone.
I pull up, like, how you pull up, baby? How you pull up? How you pull up? I pull up, step in the kitchen, let's go. Brand new Lamborghini, fuck a cop car. With a pistol on my hip like I'm a cop. Have you ever met a real nigga rock star? This ain't no guitar, bitch, this a Glock. My Glock told me to promise you gon' squeeze me. You better let me go the day you need me. So put me on that nigga, get the bus. And if I ain't enough, go get the chop. It's safe to say I earned it, ain't a nigga gave me nothing. I'm ready to hop out on a nigga, get the bus. Know you heard me say you play, you late, don't make me push the butt. Full of pain, dropped enough tears to fill up a fucking buck. Going for buggers, I bought a chopper. I got a big drum to hold 100. Ain't going for nothing, I'm ready to air it out on all these niggas. I can see I'm running. Just talk to my mom, she hit me on FaceTime just to check up on me and my brother. I'm really the baby, she know that the youngest son was always guaranteed to get the money. Okay, let's go. She know that the baby boy was always guaranteed to get the loot. She know what I do, she know if I run from a nigga, I'ma pull it out, shoot. PTSD, I'm always waking up in cold sweats like I got the flu. My daughter a G, she saw me kill a nigga in front of her before the age of 2. And I'd kill another nigga too, before I let another nigga do something to you. As long as you know that, don't let nobody tell you different that they love you. Let's go. Brand new Lamborghini, fuck a cop car. With a pistol on my hip like I'm a cop. Have you ever met a real nigga rock star? This ain't no guitar, bitch, this a Glock. My Glock told me to promise you gon' squeeze me. You better let me go the day you need me. So put me on that nigga, get the bus. And if I ain't enough, go get the chop.
Keep a Glockin' when I ride in the Suburban. Was a codeine, had a young nigga swerving. I got the mop, watch me wash him like detergent. And I'm ballin', that's why it's diamonds on my jersey. Slide on outside and flip the block back, yeah, yeah. My junior popped him and left him lopsided, yeah, yeah. We spin his block, got the rebound in his robbing. For me one time, you can't cross me again. 1200 horsepower, I get lost in the wind. If he talking on it, y'all depend, dolls and take his chin. Maybach SUV for my refugees. 5 blocks in the hood, put money in the streets. I was solo when the ops called me at the gas station. Had it on me 30,000, thought it was my last day. But they ain't even want no smoke. If I had to choose it, murder would she roll?
Let's go. Brand new Lamborghini, fuck a cop car. With a pistol on my hip like I'm a cop. Have you ever met a real nigga rock star? This ain't no guitar, bitch, this a Glock.